Let's get this started.
Three, two, one.
Booyah! Hey, welcome. I just come off a very special night with Mrs. B-Rad. And before I get to that, on this episode of Let's Get Drunk with B-Rad. If you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. And of course, something near and dear to my heart, 22 veterans die a day of PTSD suicide. So if you know someone maybe suffering from PTSD or maybe not, okay, because sometimes it goes undiagnosed. Same with depression, anxiety. Give these people a call, reach out to them, say hi, go to lunch, grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab a drink. Do something. Just saying hi could change someone's world and keep them grounded. We don't need to lose anyone, whether or not they're a veteran or not. We don't need to lose to that crazy illness. Okay? Something veterans seem to be plagued with. All right. Very special beer for you. I had a problem getting this beer. Ever since I heard that it was out, I couldn't get it. A bunch of other people did beer reviews. And of course, since I live in Dewdog, Kansas, I couldn't get a hold of it. Couldn't give it a review, couldn't do nothing. And then go figure, they come to town, and all of a sudden, magically, this beer pops onto the shelves after I done ordered some off the internet. But I'm not gonna ruin that surprise, because you're gonna like it. All right, of course, I'm talking about. I went to Metallica last night. Great show, man, fucking great show. I've been waiting 30 plus years to see those guys. Been a true diehard Metallica fan. I've been a Metallica fan since Master Puppets came out. Master Puppets turned me on to Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Garage Days Revisited, so forth. And I followed them through their career between the Black Album, Load, Reload, Saint Anger, the stuff they did with the Symphony. I stuck with them by all that, you know. I may not have cared for some of the Symphony stuff. It was cool, but just, I don't know, man. I just didn't feel, and I know that's very hard for those performers to perform that kind of stuff, and it's truly freaking amazing, okay? But I had not seen Metallica when they came out with Death Magnetic before this last album. I thought, man, great, they are on track. And then this new album came out. Gosh damn, for the life of me, I cannot remember the album's name. I should. But because I'm a serious satellite subscriber, I listen to Octane, and they play the album in its entirety, which is pretty freaking sweet. That's what you get when you pay for service. Celestial Radio. I don't like to take anything away from my friend at T95, the local radio station, Rick Thomas, because he does a great job. He's been working at that station for 19 years, and I can honestly say he has taken care of me as far as concerts go, with a meet and greet, free tickets, stuff like that. Wrestling events, he's took me to a couple of those. Shine down in Kansas City, got to meet those guys. Okay, I owe a lot to Rick Thomas. Good guy, on-air personality here in Wichita, Kansas, T95. Well, okay, let's get on with this Metallica. I had a hard time getting it here in Dewdog, Kansas, and I really wanted to do the review because I love Metallica, and I think they're a freaking great band, and they have stood the test of time. But so have a lot of other bands, you know. It's just amazing the talent out there as far as music goes. You take that talent, you put it with creating things like beer, whiskey, like Metallica did. Hopefully I'm going to get my hands on some of that whiskey. That's my next purchase. I already purchased a bottle of America, so I drink one bottle at a time. Plus, when you order them off the internet, you pay more for the shipping than you do the actual product. So let's get on with this. This beer, Metallica teamed up with Stone Brewery to, surprisingly, they created a pilsner Now for Metallica, I think it's called Enternight. I would think they would have went with a stout or a porter, something dark. I mean, Enternight, those are dark beers. That's just my uh, connection with that. But obviously they had their own way of doing things. Pilsner, I would even maybe thought a lager or an IPA. But Pilsner, I don't know, man. Pilsner's a good beer, man. And they teamed up with Stone, so I'm sure not going to be disappointed. Now, this is probably going to be a long-winded one of these, but I did watch a couple reviews, and these guys didn't give this beer justice. I find it hard to believe when you have a multi-million-dollar recording artist teaming up with one of the heavy hitters in the craft beer industry that you're going to have a bad product. These guys, it was three of them. They're like brothers or something. They have a great show. But they all gave him they didn't like it. And they all shared the one beer, but I'm not going to share it. I'm going to drink it. And as always, I never waste beer because the best beer is free beer and your beer and the beer that you like to drink at the end of the day. And of course, like I always say, if you like Coors Light, let's get together. Let's tell some stories. Beer always brings people together. Okay. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a little bit of the work for you. Maybe Pilsners are your thing. Maybe this Pilsner will be the next Pilsner that you put in your fridge and keep on drinking for a while. Who knows? Or you'd be like, hey, I'm going to go with B-Rad. Maybe I gave him a bad review. I don't know yet. I haven't tasted the beer. And then we'll just go from there. Okay? I'm giving you guys an honest review. I'm not an expert by any means. I don't claim to be, but I do claim to drink enough beer to put most people to death. This happens when you're a Marine. Most Marines, there's two things Marines do, especially infantry Marines. Either you're very religious, you believe in God, you work out, or you drink. I am religious a little bit, but I didn't work out that much. I turned to the drinking side and getting in trouble with a lot of my Marine brothers like I did in Somalia. Woo, let me tell you about that. That was, it involved all of us stood in front of a full bird colonel because some Lance Corporal shenanigans, and we're lucky that we didn't lose rank over some of the crap. So with that being, man, this would be long if I told you that story. Hit me up if you want to know the story. Let's get on with their packaging of this. Enternight. All right. I mean, I like it. It's got the Stone Argonaut. It's got the Metallica. I'm going to say it's got like, the Metallica font, so to say. Flat black can. Black album. I just think I like it, but I think they could have done better with the artwork and stuff on this. They're a major band, and this isn't a small brewery as far as the craft beers go. In collaboration with Metallica. Okay, it's on. It's time to get started. To crank things up. To get loud. That thumping you feel in your chest isn't your imagination. It's your heart. It's live. It's the rockin' tunes. It's the inspiration waiting to break out. It ain't gonna sit there waiting. So, motherfucking King Crab it. This is a collaboration in the trust sense between two entitlees that were born on the fringes. We've navigated life from a different perspective. We imagine things differently from what they were and set about using our art to change the world according to our vision. We started being misunderstood by many and loved by few. Today, that's the same, but that few has become a lot more. That's you, my friend, and we're stoked you with us on this journey. The day is winding down. It's time to get started. No more waiting. It's time to get loud. It's time to enter night. I don't know, kind of like that. A little creative, uh, creativeness to that. I mean, I don't know if who created this. And as a Pilsner, this is, 5.7. Not real light as far as the alcohol by volume, but, um, I thought maybe with Stone, it'd be a little higher. It's still probably going to give you a nice little buzz, believe it or not. 16-ounce cans, I believe this, were selling at the venue for $9. Yeah, I had me a $9 beer. It wasn't this because they didn't have it, or the one where I went. I don't know. It's got a nice smell to it, like a clean, crisp type of smell. It's got a grainy smell to it. Kind of like I want to describe it as green. I know it's not really green. Maybe it's got a little bit of citrus going in here. It's got a nice head on it, kind of. I mean, I did tilt it so the head's not very good, but it's holding. God, that beer, crap. Look, you can see that it's freaking very crystal clear. I mean, so, I don't know, appearance looks good. I give appearance 3.8. The head, 3.7. Smells pleasant. I give it a 4.0. Let's give her a taste. It's actually really kind of tastes like a light beer. It's got a little bit of hop. I can taste the hop and the malt inside there. Like I said, it's got that grainy kind of taste. It's not bad. I would say I'm expecting a little more from Metallica and the Stone Company. I mean, it's still good. I mean, would I buy it? Yeah, I'd buy it. It's a good beer. It doesn't have a bad taste to it. Doesn't have a lingering aftertaste or anything. It goes down pretty smooth. So with that, I deem it a good beer. It's a good product. I mean, Metallica, I believe Lars Ulrich, this was pretty much his deal from what I could, my research found. I know James Hetfield, supposedly he cleaned up. He doesn't drink anymore. That's why he cuts off alcohol sales at shows early. He doesn't want to be around it. And, hey, good for him. I mean, if anyone had a problem with something and they're trying to get away from it, hey, I tip my hat to you. I mean, especially a rock star of his magnitude, you know. But, I mean, this is pretty popular stuff. You know, you get into doing craft beers, you get into whiskey making. I mean, when you're on that type of level, I think I believe that you just, whatever you want to do. I mean, you know, Tool Maynard's created a vineyard. He's wrote books. Very creative guy. I think these guys are just as creative. They've had some masterful artwork throughout the years on their covers. And their music is timeless. Okay. I love it. I've never turned my back on Metallica. When they cut their hair, everyone got pissed off. Who cares? They're still putting out the same kind of music, so to say. I mean, but, you know, like with the Saint Anger, man, every band kind of wants to change it. Try something different, you know? I mean, they always come back to the stuff that got them where they are. I mean, Linkin Park, perfect example. That last album before Rest in Peace, Chester Bennington, that last album that they made was just not something, wasn't very rockish. It was played on a lot of, like, pop stations and stuff, apparently. I heard a little bit of it. It wasn't bad. I mean, and was I mad at them for making that? No, because I know deep in their heart they're going to come out with something just as good, if not badass. And Mark Morton, the guitarist from Lamb of God, did that track with Chester Bennington, and it's freaking badass. And he told Mark Morton that he was looking forward to getting back to the heavier stuff. You know, they went off and they tried to grow a little bit, trying to change a little bit. You know, you can't. I believe in growth. I believe in these bands trying something new, and if people don't like it, that's just tough shit. So it's kind of like this beer opinion. I might have my opinion, but I'm not going to fault anyone for having their opinion. Okay, everyone's taste buds are different, all that stuff, and let's get down to, hey, you find yourself at the Metallica concert, some guys like, rrr, you guys just got out of the mosh pit. You go grab a drink, trying to hydrate, and you guys are going to have a chug off. Well, hey, since it's a Metallica concert, you got an Enternight pilsner beer, and you want to know if you can beat this guy. I'm going to do the work for you. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm a team player, and I'm doing it for you. I'm not doing it for me. Whoa. It's my, I'm saving this beer for later. It's really, it's really kind of odd. It's full of flavor, but I just can't, like I said, I can't nail it down. I mean, they've got some, I'm not too familiar with pilsners. I've been doing so many reviews on IPAs and stouts that this is a little weird. Actually drinking a pilsner, or whenever I drink a lager, crap, I drink a Miller Lite at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was like, whoa. I mean, it's almost like drinking water after you're drinking, IPAs and stouts. This pilsner's nice. It's refreshing. It's clean. It goes down smooth. Doesn't have a lingering aftertaste. I think it's a good beer. I think you'll like it too. Give it a try. I know a few beer reviewers just don't agree. They don't like it, but like I said, that's the beauty of doing this, is everyone has their own opinion. It's about having fun. It's about going out and exploring. That's what I'm doing. I'm exploring. I'm driving that truck down the road, trying to help you find a pilsner, a lager, a stout, an IPA, a double IPA, a sour. The beer market and crafts are so large right now, and God, there's some very talented breweries out there doing a lot of good stuff. Some of them are freaking going green. Some are giving veteran jobs. Some are just giving jobs, period, to people, improving that economy and all that crap. Gosh dang it, cameraman. Have you been drinking again? God dang it. The cameraman's a little bit more steady nowadays for some reason. I can't figure that out, Brad Lance. Brad Lance, look. There's something. I'm trying to get rid of that sound so when I take it to the post office. But I'll tell them it's salsa again. It's salsa, all right. Thank you guys very much for watching this. I hope you guys enjoy it. The Metallica edition. Enternight. Pilsner. Stone IPA and Metallica teamed up together to make it. So, the show last night, great show. Me and Mrs. B-Rad had a good time. Woo! Actually, I didn't think Mrs. B-Rad would, but she did. She told me she wanted to go. I sprung it on her as a surprise. She was pleasantly surprised and had a good time last night. I had a good time. And from what I could tell, the whole crowd had a good time. So, it's that time. I'm getting into 20 minutes here. Gosh damn. I apologize. I apologize. We're going to go to the top shelf here. We're going to get some America. You can't get more American than some America. All right. Veteran owned and operated America. Now, let's critique this. I love the bottle. It's an old style, like whiskey bottle. and stuff. But I'm gonna give, if we had a contest between that and the Lead Slinger's got it down because I love the cool flag and the other things they put in the back of that, and I think they just got better labeling and stuff. So, but that doesn't take anything away from this bourbon, and we're doing this for our fallen brothers and sisters that sacrificed it all. They just sacrificed it all. I'm going to stop saying for freedom because people argue that all day long. They sacrificed it all. They had a calling. They sacrificed it all. So this is for them. And of course, Chesty Puller, wherever you are, brother. Now, bourbon pairs nicely with pilsner. So you can have a little sippy sip, bourbon, America, and one of these, Metallica, well, Enternight, made by Metallica and Stone Brewery. Thank you, Brad Lance, of course, my #1 YouTube Somalia brother, the guy that let me borrow his Cult CD right before we go on patrol, get all pumped up, you know, stay vigilant, and all that jazz. And of course, always, guys at Aeroplane Brewery, man, you guys are great. Troy, I seen Troy in the Pisser at the Metallica concert. I thought it'd be a little odd if I talked to him because guys with their you know, wieners out and stuff talking to each other. I don't like to talk to people when I'm peeing, so I don't know. I'm just weird like that. When I'm using the restroom, I don't think it's talk time unless I absolutely have to talk. So, Aeroplanes, thank you guys. Don't think I haven't unnoticed that. Of course, Scott Losky. God, I know you, brother. You're always watching this. Dusty Lane, my cousin. John Sanders, Massimo Flava, brother. Let me give something to Rick Thomas, the T95 DJ, on-air personality for 19 years for T95. This guy has hooked me up on more than one occasions. And actually, let me tell you a short little story. He actually is the one that kind of inspired my whiskey drinking or whiskey. I bought him. We've worked in a bar together for years. His birthday is a week before my birthday. I bought him a bottle of Tuaca. He loved Tuaca. I love Tuaca. Well, he asked his dad, who's a veteran, what would another veteran like, you know, for his birthday as far as something to drink? And his dad said, well, why not some scotch? There's nothing wrong with a nice, easy scotch. He bought me a bottle of the Glenlivet. And, man, I tell you what, I was a little afraid. Honestly, it sat for probably 5-6 years. And then I grew a pair and I tried it and I fucking liked it. Okay, I liked from that point in time. And then I started trying other things. I tried Irish whiskey, you know, the tequila. I just experimented, you know. It's all about freaking just, I don't know, having a good time and trying different things. And he at that point in time, he inspired that. And not to mention, I appreciate all those concerts. He hooked me up with meet and greets. Zach Wild was my most memorable of Black Label Society. That was pretty funny. Zach Wild is he's quite a guy. So I will tell that story another day. Rick Thomas, my family, Casey Patch, brother, Chris Nicholson, Chris Schmitz, Ricardo Castro, Greg Finch, Corey Locke, Lawson Brown, you know, my Somali brothers, my brothers in period, Lynn Johnson, I can't forget my sister, Irona. I'll throw you in there even though you don't even watch this. I'll throw a lot of people in there. They don't watch, but doesn't mean I don't miss my Marine Corps family. I do miss them every day. And I wish I could see them more often. Heck, I miss my own family very much every day. My brothers and sisters, my kids, my granddaughters, Isabel and 10. Well, it's 10 Bree, but I call her 10. And I just it's busy, man. You know, my job requires me to work about 50 hours a week, work Saturdays and stuff. So I'm going to spend a lot of time with them. I barely get to spend any time with Mrs. B-Rad. So that's just life. And I'm not complaining about it. I make a good living. I have nice things, and I'm very appreciative for it. Because when you have hit almost rock bottom like I have, and I have appreciation for things today, and I try not to be ungrateful. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to you guys for watching this, because you are just so angry and full of hate and rage. Oh, it keeps me warm at night. Woo! Okay, I got that out. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. I just can't say thank you enough. And I'm going to grow this channel. It's going to get better. Believe me, we'll get some more subscribers. Please, by the way, gosh dang it. I haven't mastered this yet. Subscribe, please. Hit the subscribe. Just don't hit the like button on my Facebook or my business page, B-Rad's Consumer Business Reviews. If you'd like, I am the curator along with Charles Orange and Scott Losky of O3 Grunts. So check that page out on Facebook, and I also got it on Instagram as far as that goes. But I'm the only one that does the Instagram at this moment in time. Also got O3 Dogs of War. I've got several pages going, so. But the O3 Grunts, the O3 Dogs of War, those are my pages.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button.
Semper Fi.
Let's grow this channel.
Family.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.